You told somebody's called you a cuck, and then you told them that they should go OD on drugs or try to kill themselves, and then you heap that on by making fun of someone's dead dad. It is, I mean, that was your choice. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset. I'm just saying, how the f did you think that was gonna, did you think people were gonna be like, oh, well, I've been corrected. My apologies. Like, they're just gonna forget. Even if you smoke them off the internet, all they're going to be thinking now is like, man, if I ever get a chance to f that guy, I'm gonna do it. Which is why people are walking around all the time thinking about how to f you. But with talking about Destiny, it's not necessarily about him. I was watching him talk about this in a video. I guess I can bring up. I've got these tweets up here. I've got these tweets somewhere. So, if you guys, the background of this is Destiny. I don't even know. Actually, don't even know. Hold on. I've got to dig down into the beginning of this. I thought I had this saved, but I might not. I think I might have it on the Discord. Either way, Destiny and Ludwig got into a little fucking spitter spat, right? And we're sharing shit about each other. Here we go. And Destiny took a fucking L. Just in the marketplace of, like, talking shit. This is just fucking hilarious. I can finally bring it up. There we go. So this is apparently a video of Ludwig's wife, or still from a video of Ludwig's wife, and she's like upset about people making like deepfake porn of her or something. She's cute. I can imagine that's probably like a risk that she runs or something. I don't know. The lives of YouTube variety streamers are so like profoundly fucking uninteresting to me. Like, I hate them. Who's that one? Who's that crooked-faced fuck that does all the tech videos that everyone, like, he shows up. I don't know who the fuck watches his content, but, like, Philip DeFranco will suck his dick anytime he shows up. I can't fucking remember. He's one of the biggest guys. He's just got fucky teeth. I don't know. He sold Bitcoin and shit. But, like, those dudes pop. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Just people where you're watching like a random episode of like the Philip DeFranco show, and you're like, who the fuck are we talking about? Why does this person have 15 million subscribers? Their growth rate is always like the most insane shit too. It's like, yeah, they were just a nobody from Los Angeles, California, who happens to be traditionally good looking, and somehow I was just making videos in my bedroom. And surely I'm not connected to any massive Hollywood talent agency who's tried to astroturf my entire existence. If Ludwig is Hassan's pet owl, or other than is Lonerbox Destiny's pet Middle Easterner. But yeah, Ludwig got drawn into this thing where like Destiny was talking shit about people, and Ludwig got brought into it. And then he said this, crybaby. And then Ludwig said, yeah, that's a picture of my girlfriend who I love. How is your wife? Which is fucking awesome because, you know, Destiny is literally a cuck, and that shit's funny as fuck to me. Because, like, the thing is if you're, like, in an open relationship, and, like, if you're Destiny, if you ever hear, it's your fault, man. I don't know. Just don't let your fucking personal issues, like, exist on the internet. I don't know how to tell you this, but, like, if you've ever played internet video games, I don't know if you have. I'm just going to assume maybe you have. This is me being sarcastic for if there's a DGGer in here that's like pissing their pants right now. Don't let people find out shit about you that's fucking hilarious to make fun of. All right? Like, if your mom's a porn star, if your dad had his dick mauled off by a bear, like on public television, if one time you shit your pants in front of your whole church congregation, if you like publicly, you know, if you have your wife, if you're kind of like a troll built like gremlin dude and your wife like fucks other guys, just don't let people find out about that because they're going to make fun of you for it. Like, that's just how the internet works. Because I know you would make that same thing. I know that Destiny would say the same shit. He'd be like, well, if you don't want somebody to make fun of you, then I don't know, maybe you should just log off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens, and if it does happen, you gotta be chill about it. But this shit went down, and fucking Destiny like lost his fucking cool and started freaking the fuck out. I can't find all the shit. Don't worry about it. And I don't give a fuck. He was complaining about it on his on one of his videos. The only reason dude, if you're rich enough, please put fucking timestamps so I can search back through shit. Fucking Destiny's like got an army of dudes who are like, I can find the video. And it's like, yeah, man, there's like a 4 million of you. Just show me where the fuck it is. I was watching his video on the thing, and what Destiny was complaining about was his audience is kind of fucking useless in these things. Like, they kind of fucking suck when they're defending him. Which I think is coming from, like, it happens a lot. Like, they're either glazing him all the time. Oh, that's QT? Oh, okay. But yeah, they're either like glazing him all the time, you know, or like they're always taking this. So it just feels like that they're not being critical in their fandom of Destiny. So like when they support him, it's not as valuable, which I think is just a constant thing with a lot of Twitch streamers. But like Destiny kind of fucking like brings that on himself because that's how he acts. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Let me find this too. Where's the thing? He did fire back at Ludwig, by the way. He shot back at Ludwig. This turned into like a thread where people were like responding to him like crazy. I don't know. It goes deep. Yeah, they started just gonna act like you didn't blatantly lie. Just Destiny's people just responding to nothing going on with it. Ludwig said that Destiny's fucking like got negative vibes and like wasn't fun at a party, but like actually, as you can see, Destiny was fun at a party. It's base Destiny. Destiny catching balls in his mouth. I fucking you. Who did you think you were saying Destiny wouldn't be catching balls in his mouth at a party? You're out of your fucking mind. Of course, my man's out there. My man's out there. Do you see the amount of tongue that Destiny gets out of you? Look at this. Look at watch it. What? You're a millionaire. That's a fuck. My man said, not only am I going to try to catch some balls in my mouth at this party, I'm going to show you how it's fucking done. Ludwig's lame. Of course Ludwig's lame. He's like a multi-mill fucking like variety guy. You know what I mean? Who gives a shit if he fucking likes this on? I don't understand the talking. I don't understand the like concern about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, who gives a fuck? The thing is like when Destiny freaks the fuck out about this shit, when I was listening to his video, he was just like going in like crazy, and it didn't seem like it's in a good humor. And so it's going to create these like perpetual fucking cycles where I would try to like piss you off because eventually you're going to you stumble over yourself. To put it to boil it down and bring it back, the reason why it's fucking great. What the hell happened? Pre-roll ads are disabled for 41 minutes. Were they going at all? Okay, I don't give a shit. The reason why it's fucking awesome, if you're a bigger streamer and you can just weather Destiny's like not that big of an audience, like he's huge, but when you're talking about like his actual peer group is like multi-mill subs everywhere with a lot of security relative to their platform, because it's just listening to Ludwig talk for 5 seconds, he seems like a guy that does not fucking play Risk. If you could just make someone like Destiny mad, and Destiny is immediately going to start saying slurs and calling people the R, which I consider the R word a slur. You know, I don't think you should say it. And you know who else doesn't think you should say it? Most advertisers. They just don't like it. So if you don't say it, and you don't get fucking like a whole thing of them having to like, okay, well, you have to explain it, then the platforms tend to want to work with you more. If you just get him pissed off that you're so upset that you start like grasping for insults and doing like pee pants activities, it's first off going to be completely worth it for other people to piss you off, because Like, Ludwig doesn't give a shit. I'm just going to say that off the top. I don't know anything about him. I'm just going to tell you, he's a content whore. If he's 3.3 million, he's a content prostitute. That's how he gets paid, darling. And he's probably just going to try to actively piss you off. Who gives a fuck? Fuck Hassan. He'll do it just to get the fucking view bump of being in a fight with Destiny. Maybe Destiny will do it too. But like, Destiny's like getting into these scraps in ways that like you're just always going to be the heel. And like sometimes even when you like manage to prove yourself right, like with this Ludwig thing, he came out with a video where he was just like, yo, dude, like Ludwig, you fucking lied. No one cares that Ludwig lied. Because first off, it's like, well, I made a mistake, and it's an honest mistake because Destiny's vibes are dog shit, which is kind of true. I mean, I've seen Destiny in public. He is just a small, like, gloomy dude. I don't know how to describe him better. He just has like a dark cloud about him. He just looks like an exhausted cuck, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate him for it. I don't wish anything bad on Destiny. Like, literally, I don't. But like, you know, I think that there's going to be a limited return there on that. That's kind of just pointless. And there's a lot of cope that's going on. I don't understand what the value is. If you're just like burning the candle at both ends, that's fine. But like, if you start doing drama and like, that's kind of like the only mainstream thing that you do, you're going to get stuck where it's like, I see Destiny get retweeted. And when Destiny gets retweeted, you know, like the people that are on his side of the argument are fucking, you know, Turkey Tom and Nicholas Diorio and all these things. Just an army of guys with just underneath them another series of armies of slur sayers. Which is, you know, I guess if you're trying to build a coalition of orcs, that makes sense. It is what it is. You know, if this is how you're breaching the fucking you know, the left-right split between like, I don't know, human beings that prefer rights and like just brain-addled fucking Nazis and shit. Hey, if it works, it works. But like, god damn, what it was just so fucking stupid. Is the fucking thing on here? I have to read that goddamn log. I'm sorry I didn't have that prepped. I just started talking about it and I wanted to hop right into the damn thing. So yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. This is like, it was freaking the fuck out. This is the thing. Destiny, this is like right after the show's happened. Who is my strongest soldier? I need an IDF. It's actually so fucking irritating, and there's sycophantic incel fans eat it all up and regurgitate the same shit. It's just so annoying. These people hit me on literally every single random weird personal attack because they are fighting over eating the scraps of Hassan's last dump, so they echo anything they've heard from him constantly. What do you mean, you slur? Why bring up my wife or my family or my ex or anything about me constantly? That's the thing, like, Destiny, you make personal attacks. I mean, is that, I know, I guess maybe it's like disingenuous. It's a disingenuous, like, he doesn't care and he's just saying it to say it, which is also just another aspect of like, if you actually want, just looking in on this from the outside, if you actually want it to not be that way and you're being honest, you got to change up like your entire thing, which I don't think Destiny wants to do. I think he wants to have his cake and eat it too. But like Destiny gets in, you get into personal attacks, you know, to address the man himself. You just do it. You do it. You call people slurs. You make light of death and destruction and violence. You've said like some of the craziest shit in the fucking world. So like personal attacks against you are fucking, they're kosher. You know what I mean? It's the law of war. You've opened Pandora's box. And usually people are going to go in slightly harder against you. But if you start doing the Chicago way, you have to constantly be at war. You know what I mean? Which, don't whine about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a thing I do see a lot with like argumentative, extremely controversy baiting and like vindictive streamers. Keffals is the same way. Like Keffals deserves to get obliterated. 24/7 for the way that she acted, with all due respect. Not because she's trans, but because she's a piece of shit. Like, Keffals got big off ratioing people, right? And then got basically maintained her size off of making crude, off the hip statements, basically insinuating almost anybody that ever said anything about her is like, some sort of pervert or a sex pest or a transphobe, all that sort of shit. This is why I didn't fuck with Keffals even before, like, the December thing, where it's been a fucking ancient rule in my server that, like, just discussion of her is no good. Because that's like her fucking bread and butter is being controversial and trying to lightning rod transphobes to her so that she can get pity bucks when people are transphobic to her. That's the grift. I don't give a fuck. If you're upset about that with me, come in and talk to me. I don't care. That's her grift. So there's no reason to talk to her, because if you want to harm Keffals, the best thing to do is never talk about Keffals. We'll get into that later in the thing. With Destiny, it's very much the same thing. He talks about, like, oh, it's good content, the drama's this, the drama's that. Sure, I guess it is. But, like, the only thing I can get from you is you're either being disingenuous with these complaints. You're being just disingenuous, I don't know. And that just makes me respect you less because you're disingenuous, you know what I mean? Or you just honestly want to have your cake and eat it too, which is, like, lame. You know what I mean? It's just like a weak way of fucking scrapping. I just don't have any fucking respect for it. Like, if you want to be mean and vindictive and fucking, like, get into people's shit, you know what I mean? And you have an army of people where you, like, say, like, research shit for me, or you don't constantly try to, like, rein people in and try to actually, like, make your fucking, try to be an example that your community is going to follow. They're always going to be slightly worse than you. Like, this is just knowledge, like, things that people know. So, like, your impression that other people get is going to be from your fans constantly being out there with, the debate Destiny. When are you going to debate Destiny? Or, like, getting into, like, highly personal, like, attacks on shit. You know what I mean? Even if you don't do it, I didn't see, like, Destiny coming out and saying, like, don't, like, there's nothing about my arguments with Finkelstein that justifies you trying to, like, or is there's any value in it, and you trying to dig up, like, facts about his past where he was weirdly racist, maybe, or something with his fucking neighbors that lived in his apartment in New York. And then run with that. You got, like, fucking loner boxes out there, like, oh, look what I found kind of shit. When you create the kind of community that does that, and you don't rein it in, and you don't say stop, like, you have to actively be aggressive with your fucking minions. Like, this is just known. Even if it's not like, oh, you never had a big community like mine. Like, okay, well, shut the fuck up. Who gives a fuck? I know how countries are run. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? When you don't establish, like, laws all the way down, when you don't establish fucking, like, borders, so to say, and a control policy for the kind of people that are immediately underneath your support cone so that even they know how to deal with people, you're inevitably going to invite in just a shitstorm. Like, you have to establish law and order to some degree. I am that kind of lefty. And when you don't, it's just going to be, and then it's going to eventually come back and get you. Like, it's never going to stop. I mean, it's too late now for a lot of it. You can't put the can back on this. But, when you make snide, shitty, little whispery comments about people, they're going to do the same thing and maybe just a little bit worse. And if you show people that they can get incensed about it, like, you're going to get fucking pissed, they're going to do it more. And when you tell your fans constantly, like, I don't care, it's good content, they're going to try to stir it up because they think that they're fucking helping you. Like, it's just all bad. I don't know. The thing is I don't know what the point of these complaints are. Do you know what I mean? Other than, like, making shit worse. Who is my strongest soldier is just, like, directly, like, okay. Forethought, perma-banning every single random fuck who criticized my takes on Ludwig /QT/ whoever the fuck in that friend group. It's Rafa invasion time. I think the best thing that could happen is they all grab a bag of fent-loaded coke so they can go join Slime's OD'd dead fucking dad 6 feet. Well, there you go. Okay, I didn't have to look deep into videos. It was just right there on the page. My bad. So it's right there. Make the world a better place and fucking Anhero. Fuck this. And then my own fan base, Israeli citizens like Haaretz and B'Tselem come down on me for every single fucking thing I do. Holy fucking shit. Meanwhile, their fan base, citizens, and their friendly fan bases, international support, hold them accountable for absolutely fucking nothing. I have to deal with these insanely unhinged losers, Palestinians, that have literally always engaged in fucking weirdo attacks against terror attacks. Me, I guess. That's cut off a little bit. While pretending they aren't. That's all fake news. And if it happens, they deserve it. I am Israel. I just had a fucking epiphany. That's actually kind of correct. You know what I mean? Like, you are kind of like Israel on this. Maybe Destiny is a genuine Israel supporter and not like... I always thought it was a shill because his support of Israel is just fucking like stupid fucking 99% of the time. You can always kind of get, if you really, you could direct Destiny's entire life if you can get close enough or big enough to him, because he's just so fucking, he's such a fucking reactionary that if you just piss him off the right way, he'll just take the opposite side of things and his fans will be excited because they just want anyone that disagrees with him to be kind of like flayed in the town square. Which is fine. You know what I mean? It's the internet. That's how shit works. I don't give a fuck. But like, this is fucking awesome. This makes so much goddamn sense. Oh, hey, thank you for the $5, Alice. Don't complain about people thinking you're messy if everyone can see you're messy, and then you also make fun of messy goofs. Yeah. Like, you know, people are gonna find out shit about me. I don't know really what you could find out, but you know, even just pick up stuff. You have to have a good sense of humor. You know what I mean? Especially if you're going to be making fun of people. The thing is with me, I don't mind if people make fun of me back. I just don't give a shit. Which is why that's the reason I feel comfortable making fun of people in the first place, is usually because I actually believe in the shit I'm saying. 2, because I have very strict rules about what I will and won't say about people. Like, I'm hard against slurs. Even ones that are like, I don't know, I don't think our slur is a slur. Like, well, just treat it like one and work around it. You know what I mean? Try to be like a little bit more inventive and stuff. And just if people make fun of me, I just don't care. You know, people do. Like, they're just going to make fun of you. It's fine. Destiny is kind of like Israel. He does not understand that doing the bad thing after someone does the bad thing does not... It's like literally, I know you read like 50,000 books, but I keep coming to this conclusion again and again. No matter how much I do or don't learn about the Israel-Palestine conflict, it all boils down to just 2 wrongs don't make a right. Like, I piss in the eyeballs and mouths of every fucking like international works scholar who's like just getting down, sleeves rolled up past their arms, trying to say like, this is justified. This is blah, blah, blah. We need to do this, blah, 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 trying to understand. And it's literally always just 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's it. Which is depressing because normally I hate it when people go like hyper simplistic in their things. But it is a small conflict between 2 almost microscopically sized entities, one of which just happens to have a larger, more famous friend keeping it in the fight. And like, that is kind of it. Like, the only reason people are paying attention to Israel is because of like its relativity to other places that are like major, like keeping it in the fight actively. And the other reason is because like the other side of that same coin, it's like I can say anything I want about all of the other genocides happening right now in the world. It doesn't matter what it is. I can take any fucking standpoint on them and no one will probably give a fuck. But for some reason, if you go against, well, I know the reason. If for a very specific reason, if you say like, I don't know, Israel's doing a genocide, people will fucking creepy crawl, worm out of the woodwork to try to call you like a fucking anti-Semite or like, You're using very strong language when you're describing this. Could you calm down? People will die. Like, shut the fuck. People are fucking dying. Dude, just own the genocide. You're killing, you're slaughtering them. Just own it. You're just like the people that were killing you before you did this thing. The cycle goes around. Now it's your turn to be the bad guy. Take it in stride. You succeeded. Now you get to genocide. You've accomplished everything you've ever set out to do. You're creating an ethno-state. Congratulations. Fucking applaud. Everybody applaud Israel. Good job. Good job. You figured out how to save some money while you did it too. You didn't even get them fucking trains. There you go. That's the entire thing. But people get fucking pissed off about it and make it like they just drag even more attention to it. It's the same thing with fucking Destiny. Somebody calls him something, right? They say some shit to him. He could let it go. He could let it go. You know what I mean? He could try to be the bigger person. He could try to mitigate the issues. No. He blows it up out 10 times the response, completely blows the arguments out of proportion, completely fucking shits his pants. And then when people are like, wow, that was a gross overreaction, he's just like, sorry, what am I supposed to do? Just not defend myself? And like, well, it's a little bit beyond self-defense. You know? You told somebody called you a cuck, right? And then you told them that they should go OD on drugs or try to kill themselves. And then you heap that on by making fun of someone's dead dad. Like, it is. I mean, that was your choice. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset. I'm just saying, how the fuck did you think that was gonna? Did you think people were gonna be like, oh fuck, well, I've been corrected. My apologies. Like, they're just gonna forget, even if you smoke them off the internet. All they're going to be thinking now is like, man, if I ever get a chance to fuck that guy, I'm going to do it. Which is why people are walking around all the time thinking about how to fuck you. All the people walking around are thinking about how to fuck you, except for whichever one you're married to at the time. Those people alone specifically want to fuck other people, which is somehow even bigger of a problem. It just, dude, it is what it is. At a certain point, like, this is embarrassing. It really is. Like, this is, and I think if it's not in here, I think it was connected to this, and it was him talking online about the reaction to this, where he was just like, I don't feel like I've got, like, you know, like something. It was something about his audience. Like, I don't feel like they're there, or like they're just glazing me too much. I don't get good feedback from them, and it's your fault. Like, I don't know if it's a real complaint. That's the other thing. It's like, I can't tell how serious you are. So kind of just whatever vibe I feel like I want to develop towards you, I just might as well, because everything's like couched in like jokes and gags and like goofs and gags. Like, oh, you know, oh no, it's actually for content. Like, oh no, this is like a 5-brain move to try to like do shit, you know? But like at a certain point, like, who gives a shut the fuck up? You know? Like, all right, fine. I'm just going to assume that this is some sort of like cuck magic, ultra science that I'm not privy to, because I don't have enough money to like pay for half of the sex that one woman will have for like, you know, 2 years. I shout out, you know what, honestly, at least like shout out Destiny for thinking that, you know, a girl would be loyal to him. Like that rocks. I think like there's like a deeply wounded person inside him. Is like that's really, but like, yeah, man, like if you ever get fucked up and you're like, am I not worth loving? Like, kind of not, like a little bit. Like, there's a part of you that's probably, like a lot of you, that's not worth liking even. And then you have to get all the way down to the heart of it to find, like, I don't know, someone that like, okay, you dig through all there's like a little crying. You know what it is? It's that Courage the Cowardly Dog episode where he goes like into somebody's past or whatever it is. And inside that person is a little crying version of them as a baby. Like, that is kind of like you. But you are a villain on the outside. Like, you're an internet bad guy. I know your like audience likes you, but like almost nobody else does. And it's your fault because of the way that you act. So like, what is the complaint? Like, that, I think that's my confusion. Like, that's what I would want to ask him about. Like, why do you actually want things to be different? Do you care? Because you're not going to act different. I already know that. You're like vibes based, kind of like you seem like a lazy guy in that way. Like you don't seem like you're very interested in being socially expansive of your own like self. You know, like you're gonna like I'm gonna grow as a person and stop using slurs all the time. I don't know. You know, that doesn't seem like it's gonna fucking happen. So like, what do you think's gonna change? It's only gonna get worse. I'm not mad. Like I'm not like, oh fuck, like Destiny should get off the internet forever. I think he's fine. Like, he serves a purpose. It's just interesting, I guess. My thesis is it's just fascinating for like an internet villain to maybe realize that they're realize they're a villain and people just hate them off rip and like they want to destroy you. But like, how do you not realize that that's like going to be the case? You know, like, I don't know. I would have to talk to him. Maybe I'm a little bit confused about all this, but it's just very, very strange. I think the conclusions that he arrived at. Were you today years old when you find out Destiny was an autistic edgelord with bad social takes? No. I mean, I always kind of like knew that, but I thought he did too. I think that's the thing. It's like that. I like, yeah, you you exist in a way that is just gonna like piss people off. You have to not be you. Like this is you. This is your life, I guess. You know what it is? I think I figured out. Like you just need someone who actually cares about you, and it's gonna be impossible for you to ever find that because you're too wealthy to ever talk to anybody who can be honest. You're too repugnant to most people for them to try to see past like the surface area of you. And you're too prideful and kind of like self-absorbed to change any of the issues that are going to get you closer to another person. So this is the death march. You kind of described it. Like your march to the grave is just people not understanding you, refusing to understanding you, and hating you because of the way that you act. Okay. I guess if you want to complain about, I would complain about that. But I don't see what the point of it is. I would just revel in it. Like, you know, Skeletor doesn't sit around going like, why don't people like me? He just says, yeah, and fucking does Skeletor shit. You should just start doing Skeletor shit. Lean into it a little bit more. Like, I don't know, hire like a stylist that would make you like obnoxious. Like you could start having the fucking, you know the guy from the Lorax where he's got that haircut that goes like this. You could get one of those haircuts and sit on a little throne while you stream and just have a bunch of like half naked ladies walking around you. Maybe some half naked guys. I can't remember if he's actually bisexual or not, or if he just sucks dick during cuck stuff. But like that's just based, you know, that'd be fucking cool. I wouldn't mind trying to fucking run that tower, you know. You start like honestly, if I was Destiny, I would just like buy gold coins and like put a big heap of them in my room and then like sit on it and like hiss at people that came near. Like you could just be a dragon. You know? People come over, he's eating like, I don't know, probably like Totino's pizza rolls. Fucking got like a big plate of those, maybe a bowl. Destiny strikes me as a guy who fucking like cooks them on a tray and then like puts them in a bowl so he can just bowl eat like his pizza rolls. And he's just like sitting on his little gold pile. There's some lady like chained to the wall behind him, but she's like, it's like a consensual thing. She gets paid to do that in like a Princess Leia deal. I would like that so much more. I mean, the current setup's fine. You know, you got like the old rifle on the wall, bookshelf with no books, piano. But imagine instead, small pile of gold, large pile of gold, big pile of gold, some chests. You know, one of those chests, remember the old day? You see a chest that has like a goblet with some gems in it sticking out of there. You could have all of that and just sit on it, hissing at people. Motherfuckers would still come in and steal your princesses. You could have like, oh, you know, you could have the guy like fake kill you, and then you can still get the cuck experience because you'll like fuck the princess you paid to be there, like unchain her from the wall, smash and run. if it's going to happen anyway, you might as well like say, do some theater about it, I think. And then, you know, like, I'll tell you what, Hassan's too fucking, if you do that shit, Hassan's too fucking stupid to like be able to put together a good insult to that. All Hassan can say is like, that's tiny. He's short. I'm fucking mad at him. Whatever the fuck. I don't even want to do a Hassan voice today. And then you have like a whole vibe, you know? He'll look at that. He'll like not know what to do about it. Twitch can't kick you off anymore because now you're a protected class. You're like a scaly. You're an otherkin type deal. You can have those conversations. Have like 4-hour long discourses about like how to keep dwarves out of your house, you know? Like fucking start talking in like riddles and shit. That'd be fucking fire. Literally, you could learn how to breathe fire. You swallow like a bag. Blow that shit. You know, so like when people are like, wow, fucking Destiny's like really breathing fire today when he's making fun of somebody. Like you could say slurs, but you could say your slur in a way where you like literally like it sets someone on fire. Like, why am I coming up with this? You're alone. This is it. Because if you had anyone that gave a fuck about you near you, Destiny, they would be telling you to do this shit. That's me reaching out. I just imagine Vosh riding up on a white horse, butt-ass naked, storming in there so he can have an argument with the fucking... he can have an argument with Dragon Destiny about how his fucking gold pile needs to get taxed at a higher rate. Spoiler, Vosh did no research and all of his arguments are wrong and just boiled down to, interesting. Oh, he's so wounded that he even gets mad at Kevils. Getting mad at Kevils is crazy. Slurs inflict acid damage. Cuck gets thrown around so much it's lost its meaning. I know, because I'm like, he literally just like he's just into cuckoldry, which is fine. Like it's just a sex thing. He has the chair. Not my bag, but like it's fine. But it is true. Like I'm not saying, by the way, when I call Destiny a cuck, I'm not saying that he's politically inefficacious or like a grifter or like somebody that will like kowtow to other people's beliefs for internet cred. I'm saying he literally lets his wife fuck other guys while he watches, which is fine. I support that.